what's up with it? It's Austin from ModernRaps.
I am Matt Martinez.
What's up? It's Seabass from Not Your City.
Whole sway.
So we're a little startup blog that's digging into local rap scene. You can find albums, reviews, producer bios, new artists, and more on the page. But this time we're shifting to a different topic: clothing. So right with me is the master behind it all. We got Sebastian right here, Seabass.
Yep. What's up, Austin? Thanks for having us.
Yo, I'm not gonna lie, that was a dope little interview, little intro you written.
Good looks,
Yeah.
good looks.
Yeah.
So let's get it started with it. What started it all and how?
Man, just wanting to make something for the city. I had a couple like designs. It was like 4 designs. They were kind of like San Diego inspired designs. And I made those. I had the homie do the designs. I dropped them. They sold out. They sold super good. I never really wanted to make a brand or anything out of it. So I kind of just started it out of like necessity. But everybody was like, yo, like you got to keep this shit going. Like you got to take it serious. Like it's dope. I like the direction. I like the name, whatever. And I was like, man, like, I don't know. I didn't want to do a brand. I didn't really want to have to do much, you know? I wanted it to sell itself and kind of just see where it went. But yeah, it got good reception. And people were just fucking with it. And they're like, yo, you got to take it serious. So I kind of just took it serious and here we are now.
That's cool. So which ones, like, what was the first design that you guys came up with?
There was a couple ones. There was one with like praying hands, like just super, super clean artwork. Excuse me.
Oh, that one was tough. Is it the one with the
hands?
left logo?
Yeah,
And then
yeah.
the one it's on the back, it's like the bigger version?
There's nothing on the back,
Nothing
but
on the
it's
back,
just
okay.
like a left chest. Yeah, a little logo on the left chest. But that was one of them. There was one that said San Diego is not your city, just like big, bold across the chest. And that was kind of like the whole thing. That's why I didn't really want to make it like a brand or a company. I just wanted to make like statement tees for the city, something like people could rock and be like proud of where they're from. And it was around the same time that the Chargers left, so there was all that going on. There was like all this gentrification coming in, you know, like just weird shit going on. And I didn't like it. And then me just always being from San Diego and being a big sports fan, I always loved to rep my, you know, the city. However, baseball hats, Charger jerseys when they were here, stuff like that. So yeah, I had that tee. That was one of them. The praying hands. One with the Coronado Bridge. That shirt. It's a recent shirt, but that picture in the middle is actually from our first lookbook, and that's actually Benny sitting over there. That's him wearing that bridge shirt. So that was like one of them. That was one of the hits. Yeah, people really like that. You know, people like the landmarks, and San Diego has its own like historical little value in some people's hearts, and people like this. So
it almost looks like a soccer crest, dude.
Yeah, exactly. That was like the
low-key does.
Yeah.
Sick.
That was the whole point, to give like the city like some type of logo or some type of like symbol.
Club.
Yeah, that'd be hard.
I like that too.
I told him he should just sponsor a little league squad or an adult league.
I would like to. I want to do something
Just
for the city, like outside of just giving them cool clothes to wear. I just haven't really figured it out. Some of the organizations, I don't know. You know, I'm still doing my research, but definitely some type of little league, something for the youth. That'd be cool.
I get you. Luckily, you got 2 people in this building right now that work at the YMCA. Feel me?
There we go.
Connection right here.
There we go. Yeah, shoot it to the kids.
Yeah, and sponsor YMCA. Yeah.
I got you guys.
So, who's like the ideal audience for your brand?
I mean, just anybody from the city, honestly, anybody from San Diego, and even outside of that, just people that are fans of streetwear, like classic streetwear, timeless streetwear, whatever that may be to you, but or anybody in general. But yeah, just people from the city, people from outside of the city that just like classic streetwear. I mean, there's not much to it. A lot of the designs are simple, they're just clean, they're straight to the point. They represent something bigger than just a logo on a shirt. So yeah, just anybody that's a real streetwear fan, honestly.
But is the neutral colors, is that like one of your main focal points?
The neutral colors?
The neutral colors?
Yeah, for the most part, because there's a lot of politics in the city, in San Diego, just all the way up the West Coast, anywhere really now, but all the way up the West Coast and San Diego, you know, you got to kind of be careful with what colorways you put out. But at the same time, if you're not really trying to push those boundaries, like none of my designs really are targeted towards like any type of sets or anything. They might be like color affiliated or whatever you want to, affiliate it with, but there's no real like message in the designs that's like anti this, anti that. It's kind of just everybody, you know? I got homies that wear blue. I got homies that wear red. I got homies that wear black all the time. You know what I'm saying? So it's It's for everybody, honestly.
Yeah, I noticed ever since I started hanging out with Seabass, wearing a lot of black.
A lot of black.
A lot of black.
A lot of white too.
A lot of black. And I've purchased a lot of like lint rollers. I've noticed that the past 4 years I've purchased like 3 lint rollers.
Lint rollers,
Then he
yeah.
pulled up with the lint roller.
Did
Yeah,
he?
he did.
Yeah, he's like,
Did
yo,
he?
anyone needs a lint roller?
I think I used it the last time I seen him the other day.
Hey, that's a future product in the coming though. Not your city lint roller.
Lint roller.
Ew.
Just keep it clean.
Hey, keep it.
Something
keep
like
it
that,
in.
yeah.
Keep it clean. That's
Something,
it.
something.
I'm gonna have to cut the check for that one.
Yeah. Shark Tank.
You heard it here first on ModernRaps.
Ah.
For real.
So like, what are your future goals and purpose for the brand?
Man, I have a lot of like aspirations for it, but at the same time, I never really did it to make money or did it to be like cool in any way. I literally just did it because I wanted something to wear. I wanted to be able to make my own clothes and just wear it. And at the same time, I wasn't gonna wear no, BS because I was always like a big streetwear fan. So there were certain things I liked. But now that I'm actually in it and I'm doing it, I feel like my goals have kind of changed. I definitely have aspirations for it to grow outside of just San Diego or California, like the region in general. Yeah, just be like a staple in streetwear, and then always touch base with the home roots in San Diego, and just always give our people like something to wear and something to be proud about.
That's it. Cause like, just based on what you told me and what you're giving me right now, it's like it all started off with like, I'm rocking with my own shit. Feel me?
Yeah, because
Like,
I always kind of did that. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No,
but,
sorry.
like in high school, I played sports, so my dad having the print shop at the same time, like when I was barely getting in high school, he kind of, would always like make stuff for the school because I was playing sports, so he'd make like sports related stuff for the school, and then I would like, be in the shop hanging out, figuring out like what's going on, the illustrator work, like learning all that, and then I wanted to make like hip hop tees because I was always a fan of hip hop and streetwear, they
go
kind
hand in
of they coincide. So I made a couple hip hop tees. I made some like Taylor Gang tees when Wiz was like, barely popping off.
Word?
Yeah, and it was like one that I took straight from his video, and that shit like sold, I don't know, like 30 some shirts. And
He had the whole school rocking.
yeah, I think we even took like a picture one, like it was cool, and I was only a sophomore or a freshman. I don't even remember. Sophomore,
Damn,
freshman.
at a
Yeah.
young age, huh?
And so I was doing it and not really knowing I was doing it.
Yeah.
I just never really took it serious. I never really like took the time to actually understand like the business side of it or really anything like that. Just got the tees printed, took them to school, gave me cash, swap, whatever. Like,
Hey, but shout out to your pops though, bro. Like you really taught you how to be like community
100%.
oriented. Like,
Community oriented, like representing the city. I remember always going up, seeing him, like just being proud to be where he was from, and always wearing like Padres stuff and once again Chargers stuff, like stuff like that, and being proud.
San Diego Chargers, not Los Angeles.
Where
Let's
you're
get that.
from,
Let's get that straight
Yeah,
right
San
now.
Diego Chargers, bro.
Rest in
Yeah.
peace to the
Rest in
San
peace,
Diego
Quantum
Chargers.
Stadium.
The Murph.
Yeah,
That little ass fucking stadium.
R.I.P. the Murph.
yeah.
Little ass fucking soccer fucking stadium.
Yup.
Shit's ass.
Aztec Village, man.
I hope they get a championship though.
Man, it's gonna be a long time before that happens.
Before State wins a BCS title, whatever the hell it is called now. Whatever it's called. now.
I don't even think they'll ever be on that level to compete.
Yeah.
I just think the size of the school, like, it's kind of like the high schools. There's some high schools that might not ever win championship, well, at least like Division I championships. Because, they're just the size of the school, the money that comes in, the recruiting, nobody wants to go there. They're not popping, so I don't know. There's all kinds of politics.
I was at the Padre game yesterday, and I was just standing around. I had the fan, the Trevor Hoffman one.
The Hoffman one,
Yeah, and I was just sitting there, and I'm like, dang, none of these kids will ever know what Jack Murphy is, what Qualcomm is, what that whole area and that whole ambiance.
Friars Road, bro. We were talking about this. I think a couple weeks ago, Friars Road. Like, are they going to rename that? That's legendary. Friars Road. They named that after the Padres.
I don't
Qualcomm
think,
Way.
maybe Aztec Way.
I don't think they're gonna rename it.
No, too much money.
It'll always live
Too
in
much
the
money?
hearts of
Friars.
Friars
It's
Road. Like,
Such a main street, man.
I'm telling you, bro, they're gonna name it Aztec Way.
Nah.
I'm telling you right now.
Aztec way.
Aztec Way.
I'm wildin'.
yeah.
Wait, you guys got to watch games at the Murph?
Just
I did.
Charger games for me. I
Oh,
never saw
yeah,
any.
like a baseball game?
Yeah, I saw the
Yeah.
baseball game there. Yeah.
Fuck.
I wish.
Yeah. I've seen Tony's last game there. I saw the Yankees and Padres there. This was before the World Series, so when they just came over. I've seen a couple of Mets games, Mets Padres.
So you were like a toddler then.
Yeah,
Dang.
yeah, and I remember when they first opened Petco. I was like, yo,
I remember that.
this was ridiculous.
Yeah.
This was nuts. Never seen no stadium like this ever.
State of the art at the time. It's still the nicest, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, bro, they had a sand pit
Yeah.
in center. Yeah, they had a
beach,
sandbox
yeah,
in center
they had the
field.
beach.
Who did that? Yeah,
That's,
your kid was playing in the sand while you were drinking a beer, watching the game.
And then dudes were hitting home. Brian
Yeah,
Giles
they
was
hit
hitting
home
home runs.
I'm surprised no kid or got hit in the face out there.
I'm sure somebody did. Yeah, that's
I wouldn't be
insane.
surprised if someone got hit though.
I mean, I know like on the foul sides, like first base side and third base side, you get hit in the face, but
Before they put the nets up.
yeah, before they put the nets up, yeah. You think about doing a not your city jersey?
I think that would be hard. Like a baseball jersey.
I made like a baseball jersey sample, but just like the logistics of getting the stuff to make the jersey wasn't really like adding up to actually mass produce them.
Damn, Majestic was holding you back, huh?
The what?
Majestic was holding you back, huh?
Majestic.
Yeah.
See if I could get my hands on Majestic. That'd be dope.
That'd
Those
be
are good jerseys. Yeah, they own the
Are
MLB
they
for a
still?
long time.
Are they still around?
Yeah, I think they still make like fan jerseys, and they've always made like blank jerseys, but like I said, I don't know. It was just a lot of I don't know. There's a lot of loopholes to it, but I want to make some type of Not Your City jersey, especially baseball. That's like one of my favorite sports, so it'd only be right. And then the Padres, it's like a big part of my life.
you think
So-
Majestic would ever come back to MLB? Like after Nike, you think it's really hard to come back after fucking Nike?
Hell yeah, dude.
Mhm.
They dropped
yeah,
they dropped
Nike's-
the they dropped the bag on MLB and said, "Here, we'll do the jerseys."
Nike's like owning the half the world,
I think
except
the Nike
soccer.
looks
Soccer's
better
the only one that's
than
like
Adidas.
yet to like really accept Nike. There's a couple clubs that like Nike in countries, but there's a lot of clubs that are like, nah, Adidas or Puma or just like.
Will that be a goal for you? Like on some Mr. Cartoon shit, like you get to design the like the
Yeah,
jersey.
yeah, that would be dope. I probably wouldn't make it Not Your City, but I would definitely like to get my hand in more like creative projects where I could just kind of throw like maybe you guys should do this color and then boom, my name's in the credits or whatever and I'm getting paid off of it. But nah, that would be dope to take on a project like that. That'd be sick. That'd be hella dope.
Hockey jersey.
A hockey jersey.
Hockey jersey.
You think
basketball jersey.
the goals will hit me up to do some type
I'm
of
pretty sure.
city inspired jersey?
I'm
or
pretty
something?
sure. I bet you if you came up with a good business plan and
Bro, I
You send it
came
to
up
them?
with maybe. I mean, it's a little different because they're probably less corporate. But I came up with a whole design plan for Tacos El Gordo when I dropped that
Oh,
design.
shit.
Oh, I remember
They
that
still
one.
haven't hit you up for that?
Nope. I sent them a whole.
Where's the
I sent
camera?
them a whole
Where's the
like
camera?
email with
Give him the bag. damn
yeah.
it.
We need and we
need
need
it.
a lifetime
Please,
like
big
Tacos
house.
El Gordo swipe so I could just get as many
A
tacos.
fucking gold
and
card
shit.
or what?
Yeah, like all the time.
A
Come
metal
on.
card too.
Metal card, yeah. And make sure the cheese is melted in the molita.
Yo, he was a fucking genius when he came out with that because he named the shirts after the meats.
Yeah, yeah.
Like who does that?
It was crazy,
See, that's
man.
some
But
creative shit right there.
I sent him, so I sent him a whole like business plan. Like I didn't want to just do a collab with them. I sent him a whole business plan and was like, let me design the merch that you guys sell, because I know if they were selling Tacos El Gordo tees, everybody faded at 3 a.m. would be like, bro, let me get one of those, like whatever, all faded, get their tacos and after the club or whatever.
Because that's how I'd be. I'd be
Yeah.
I'd be like in and out when I see the t-shirts.
Yeah, and you're like, damn, that
Wow.
looks kind of sick. Or you just be faded at home, like on your phone, like, fuck it, I'm just gonna order these or whatever.
Dude, Tacos El Gordo need to like
And
sponsor y'all for real, for real.
nah, I
That'd be
don't even
cool, like-
want that. I wanted just them. I just wanted to work with them. I wasn't asking
Yeah.
for money. I wasn't asking for nothing. I was just playing about the taco card.
I think it would be a
don't
cool
really
ass
want the taco
idea
card.
if like
Yeah,
people
would be
like
nice, though.
pull up to like Tacos El Gordo wearing the shirt and they're like, oh, I got you, bro.
Yeah,
Like,
so
two
I
free
sent them.
tacos?
I emailed them a whole plan, right,
Yeah.
from top to bottom. I whatever, and then they never got back to me. So I said,
Word?
"Fuck it, I'm gonna drop these shirts anyways." So I dropped the shirts anyways. Shot the lookbook at the original one off of H, off the
Yeah.
5 freeway, and then maybe like a couple months later, they start dropping Tacos El Gordo merch off their Instagram, and I'm like, I was just talking to the whoever runs the Instagram, and like
Yeah.
I sent them that message through there. I emailed them, whatever. They didn't want my helping hand, so whatever.
How's that merch?
It's all good. I mean, it just has a logo. It's whatever. Like, I don't know.
I'm just
I
gonna
don't
stick to
know.
buying the tacos.
Just buy the tacos.
Sorry, tacos gordo.
We'll run back the Not Your City ones, and then we'll shoot another lookbook.
Let me
And
get
we'll get
two
paid
out
off of it.
tacos. All monotone shit when you order it. What's wrong with you?
Just
Just order.
I'll take that pastor.
Just give me one.
Yo, they changed the game when they put the little mini capuchino fries in the small.
Ah, yeah.
They changed the game.
Oh yeah, they have a
Those
small
fries,
size
Yeah.
now.
Now it's like a little heavy hitters.
Those fries are.
I feel guilty finishing.
Bing.
It's like a Costco sample though, to be honest though.
That's fire. That's all I need. Because
Yeah.
honestly, it's too big of a.
The regular size.
Like, I
Yeah.
still want tacos next
Yeah.
to it.
Mm-hmm.
So you get the little
makes it
small
balance.
ones. All right, what's your perfect order from a taco shop?
Like el
It
gordo?
just depends what
No,
taco
no,
shop.
just any of them.
Roll tacos and quesadilla. Like 3 roll tacos. Depends how hungry I'm feeling. That or it just depends on the taco shop. But Cali
Yeah.
burrito. I mean, you can't go wrong.
Depends on the
Just
tacos.
depends. It
I
depends.
feel like you a Cali dude. You a Cali B.
I like
Cali
roll,
burrito?
Yeah,
roll tacos.
and a Jamaica homie.
Yeah. Nah, horchata.
Oh, yeah.
Horchata for
You know,
that.
you a
God,
horchata
that
guy?
would be-
Horchata for that.
Yeah.
Oh my god, dude.
Somebody put me on a Jamaica. I think Lala did. She put me on the
Yeah,
Jamaica.
it's actually good. It's hibiscus, right?
Yeah.
That's what it is. When I found that out, I was like, damn, I didn't even know it was the
It's
same
like I'm
thing the whole
sipping on
time.
flowers, bro.
Yeah.
Did you ever see a brood, like the actual like flower in there? In the
Nah. Looks sick. Yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
I've seen the horchata with the rose petals. Have you guys seen that?
I've seen somebody
What the
smoke
fuck?
weed with the rose petals.
I've seen
I've
that.
seen-
too.
I've seen-
I've seen that.
I seen shout out Princess Okay. I've seen her do it.
Damn.
She just rolled it, talking, serenading us.
I tried a little bit of lavender in my joint one time.
I don't fuck with lavender.
I like the smell, whatever, but it didn't. I don't know if it had any like effect. But if supposedly lavender is like a natural like relaxant or whatever.
Yeah, it calms you down from your anxiety.
Exactly,
Basically.
yeah.
That eucalyptus, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Hella.
That and eucalyptus. Yeah.
I'm gonna just
So-
roll straight lavender then.
Yeah, I mean, shit.
That's not. This is what I'm thinking about,
I
bro.
feel like
Next blunt, I'm putting essential oils in that bitch. Feel
yeah.
me?
Oh, it's
And that shit gonna be slowly burning.
Tinctures,
Taking
backward.
taking baths and shit, reflection. But that's cool though.
Holding back the ears. Wasn't listening. Holding back the ears.
In a bubble bath and shit. Feel me?
Shout out Lush for the bath bombs.
Yeah. Low key though, I love Lush.
Yeah?
Yeah, dude.
I use their
Face
their,
creams.
their cuticle.
Oh, you a Lush guy too?
Yeah.
Damn, I'm late to the game then.
I was
Fuck.
late too. I mean, that's the only thing really that I've gotten from there. But
You fuck with that? Are you
No, but you know what I was thinking about?
what?
Putting bath bombs in a jacuzzi.
that'd be cool.
I think that'd be sick.
If you have
I
like
don't
a
know.
cool jacuzzi, but sometimes the bubbles I feel like they get
The
out of
jets
hand
just
or something.
right.
I don't know. I never tried it, but
That shit would literally blow up.
Yeah, like 5 of them.
But hey, let's go back to the topic real quick.
yeah, of course.
So, what I'm really fucking with, not your city, is that you
Yeah.
guys are thinking outside the box. You know, you guys are putting a good play with like tacos de gordo type of
Yeah,
design.
trying to.
You got a little Jesus piece right here.
Yeah.
Wearing a bandana, Coronado. So, what other things separates you guys from like all other brands?
Just not being like super cliche. There's
Mhm.
like, and I'm
'Cause I
not
feel
like,
like this hits home, bro. Like,
It does
this type
hit
of,
home.
Have all meetings and shit.
I agree. Yeah, I mean that's the whole like blueprint behind it. But I just feel like some stuff is just watered down, and
True.
like some stuff is just too cliche. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like there's certain things that I haven't touched on, because I don't know how I feel about it. I don't know how I feel about doing it.
Mhm.
It's almost like too easy and too like, I don't know. It doesn't challenge me enough. You know,
Right.
there's stuff that I haven't done. Like one example is like some type of Padres inspired stuff. Like we dropped the fitteds, but that was kind of like different because the details to me was like everything for the fitteds, the black and brown ones.
Mm-hmm.
But like outside of that, some stuff is just too easy to do, or has already been done like 1,000
yeah, I
times.
get
So
you.
you know,
Yeah.
sometimes like you don't want to recreate the wheel if it's already fine.
Mhm.
But-
Hold on. Say that again.
I don't want to recreate the wheel if it's already like working, doing what it's
Say
supposed to
that.
do.
Yo, drop a flex bomb for
Do
one
it.
time.
Yeah.
But
Can you say it one more time?
but yeah, man. I mean, there's just some stuff that I've kind of strayed away from for a while, just on purpose. But I don't know. Like I the whole thing behind it for me is just I want it to be classic. I want I want people to just remember it for what it I want people to just remember it for what it is, and just like remember and be like, I remember Not Your City, you know, when we were like 20 and everybody was wearing it. hopefully, you know?
You want that?
And they just had those classic things, and for me, like the things that I seen growing up, or not seen, but the trends and the people I was around, and the way that my dad dressed, or and his homies and stuff, like there was always that like stereotypical like Chicano Cholo type of like, you know, phase going on in the early 2000s. And then there was like real streetwear people that were like really like reinventing, you know, fashion, I guess, at the time. And my whole thing was just take both of those worlds that I love so much and just blend them together. Like,
I like that.
all like the like, I don't know if you're familiar with like Dice One or like the
I fuck with Dice
tribals
One, bro.
and yeah, like all that like
SD logo?
traditional all that traditional like Chicano type of style, and then streetwear, and just like, you know, build that bridge between both of them. And that's what always was like dearest to my heart, because a lot of those Dice Ones and those designs like that, they rep San Diego, and it's all like, you know, it's evident where they're from, and you know, the things that inspire them or whatever. But yeah, that was always my goal behind it.
Respect though.
Yeah, appreciate it.
What was your brands growing up?
Huh?
What were you wearing? Fat Farm.
Dude, not gonna lie, my parents blessed me, bro. They were like putting me on with like Tommy Hilfiger at a young age and shit. Yeah. I'd be having like fire ass like throwback pics when I was 5. I was like, what the fuck, bro? They be slapping this shit on me.
Yeah.
They be taking pictures and shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, just like those. How about you?
I had a couple of like Fat Albert tees. Like, you remember when they had the Fat Albert jeans and all that?
Yeah.
And then they had the New York and the Chicago, the NBA. Remember the NBA like jeans and all that stuff? Yeah, I was rocking those. I never got into the Fat Farms.
Oh, okay.
Me neither.
I thought there was just
I got to own a couple in my lifetime.
you got a couple Fat Farms.
Yeah.
The laces were cool.
Strap. And
Yeah.
then
The logo was
low
cool.
ones.
I like the logo too.
The P and the parentheses.
Yeah. Whoever had the fake ones, they had a Q, dude. The P was, yeah. Shout out everybody who rocked the Qs though.
Hella.
The Q farms.
The Q Farms.
Humble beginning.
Q Farms.
That's
But I definitely fuck with the movement, bro.
Appreciate it, man.
What's really cool about this brand is like, you know, you guys aren't out there just like pushing out ideas, designs.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like you guys aren't like those people who are like, oh yeah, bro, this content's hard as fuck. Let's do something like ours. You're just like, no, bro, let's live it out first.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the vibe I'm kind of getting from you. It's like you're more of an analytical person.
Mm-hmm.
You see what's going outside. What you want to take, what message you want to bring into it.
I think that's
lifestyle and shit.
Yeah, I think that's the thing that a lot of people overlook. Just like in anything, but making clothes in general, like people will see what's trending and then they'll go and do it.
Mm-hmm.
And then they'll make their little money or whatever, and then they'll just die out. And that's not my goal. I rather like the type of person that I am in general is more like, unless I'm around people that I really, really know, I'm more like observant. I'll be quiet in the room. I'll wait to feel the energy, see what's going on, who's who, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So you know, so you don't step on toes and all that stuff. And then you come off as yourself, and everybody's like, oh, okay, cool, like whatever. And that's how I am with the streetwear. Like I kind of wait and see what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm always like looking for what's next, what's going on. And then I'm like, I kind of like that. Maybe I can incorporate it. Or you know what? Like, I'm not going to ride this wave because I know that shit is going to die out. And I don't want to be associated with that. Like,
So you would say your brand is like Not Your City is a lifestyle more than a.
it's not a lifestyle brand. Like, it's not like a.
But it's your life. Like, I mean, it's your lifestyle.
But it's a depiction of like, I guess you could say my life, but me knowing that there's other people that
Gotcha.
do the same thing. Because I mean, bro, like before we met, or when we met, like I had no idea that you literally lived down the street from me, and that's where you literally grew up.
Facts.
And then I start to hang out with you, and it's like now it matches because I know what type of person you are, and I know the type of things that you've seen living in the same like 200 yards within where I live. And now it's like, okay, like, you know, I understand it. I know why we have these tendencies of like tripping out when cars pull up slow and like, oh, maybe we should dip out, or maybe we shouldn't wear a certain color when we go here. You know what I'm saying? Like,
maybe we should have just grabbed that Ford Loco. We should have just grabbed.
yeah, maybe we should probably get
out.
out of this area or whatever. Like, I don't
Maybe
know,
you
it's
should
just stuff
open
like
up your
that. So
window, start sipping on it.
yeah.
Oh shit! Here we go. All right, shout out to you.
But yeah,
Modelo.
like it's not a lifestyle brand, but it's a depiction of a lifestyle that I know a lot of people in San Diego live because of the territory, like, and outside of it, you know, like there's a lot of parallels from here. There's a lot of from here to LA, and then from LA to San Francisco, and even on the other side in New York, you know, it's different slang, whatever, but it's the same concept.
Different
you know?
lingos, feel
The
me?
same concept. You're gonna be proud of where you're from. You're gonna want something fly to wear that represents where you're from. And you want to wear something that's going to be neutral and not get you like super in trouble.
Yeah, you don't want to get pressed.
Even though
wearing a
some
fresh
people
ass
have
shirt.
like came up to me and probably other people that wear it and like, not your city. What does that mean? Because they feel threatened by it, or they feel like they don't know. Like they're like, I've never really like heard that phrase, or they feel like some type of way because they're like, what do you mean? Like I'm born and raised here. Like, what do you mean not my city? It is my city. And it's like, well, it is, but you don't even care about like what's going on in the South Bay or like areas like that. Like you just you stay past like, you know, the 8 freeway or whatever, and you're like in Del Mar and you're like, oh, San Diego is my city. What are you talking about? I pay taxes here, like on my $5.5 million home. Like, okay,
It's much
cool.
more than just paying taxes.
Yeah, exactly. Like
I just love how the name of the brand is just universal.
It is.
I'm
Like
it
it doesn't exclude anybody
It doesn't.
unless
And I
you want
didn't
it to be. You know.
I didn't even like the name. I mean, I love the name and the concept.
Not playing.
I love the name and the concept, but I didn't feel like I could work with it very much because it's like it's a kind of like a phrase or whatever you want to call it, but it's 3 words and it's like, okay, not your city, but what does it mean? But I feel like when you see the designs, you're like, oh, okay, like I can kind of see where they're coming from. Like, okay,
But this
makes
is what I like
sense.
to see though too. This is cool. Like, I actually put a couple of my homies,
Yeah,
like private from state,
Yeah,
all these
yeah.
homies, and put them on with the page. They're like, bro, this looks very aggressive. Feel me?
yeah, like
From a person that doesn't know y'all, it sounds very like exclusive.
Yeah.
So, like as you get more into the
I could
brand,
see that.
you start living the
I
brand.
could see that.
Like it gets more inclusive. Like
Yeah.
it's like, oh shit, you know, and that really relates to like SD culture nowadays too, because it's like, you know, when you meet people, it's not like, you know, they're giving you a cold shoulder for no reason. It's more of like, you know, who is this person?
Who is this
You know,
person?
earn my respect
Exactly,
first, get
yeah.
to know me first. For me,
And-
like
yeah.
conversate, like don't be a weirdo.
Yeah, and it's not even like I guess you could say earn your respect or earn my respect, but it's just like I don't know. I'm just not the type of person to come off this way, so maybe it's like bias. But I'm just not the type of person to be like in your face and be like, "What's up, bro? Like, where you from? All this stuff."
Yeah.
Like, that's just not that's not me.
It's
So-
more of like, I'm not gonna approach you. You gotta approach me. Like,
Yeah,
you know, like,
but
I already know
I guess
myself.
if you're like not from here, or maybe you're not like you don't run with the same crowds or whatever, you might kind of be like, "Not your city. What the hell?" Like, all right, bro, my bad, whatever.
I
But
guess
it's not
my
that
city.
serious. Like, it's not that serious. There's a deeper meaning behind it, other than just like it's not your city. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not. I can see that though. I can see why people would say it's kind of aggressive, and it's not aggressive. I feel like it's just raw.
right.
It's streetwear. That's all what I always like wanted to be. I just wanted to be streetwear. I didn't want to be like alternative. I didn't want to do any alternative fashion or even like high end fashion because that wasn't like my passion.
Exactly.
It was just streetwear. I was a fan of streetwear. I was a fan of like Stussy and I don't know if you guys remember like Black Scale, even DGK, how they were just like raunchy, like just funny, you know, like it's streetwear. It's stuff that you're gonna wear from maybe like 13, 14 all the way to your late 20s and we'll make some fly shit that you can wear after you have kids and you're married. Like you can be 35 wearing Not Your City, like because it's timeless, it's classic, it's straight to the point. There's not all kinds of crazy colors, there's not all kinds of like weird designs. There's
So
no
you're telling
like
me? So you're telling me you're not going Ed Hardy? Not your city shirt.
yeah, we're
You're
not gonna
going
go.
Bedazzle?
We're not gonna go Ed Hardy. Maybe for the not the bedazzle and the crazy stuff, but we might do like a big print. It's just
I honestly wanted a bedazzled tiger on my Not Your City shirt. I'm not gonna lie,
Stop.
bro.
we can make it happen. That tiger.
101.
But
I want that
real
shit. I want
diamonds
that shit
and
magenta. I want that shit magenta.
Magenta, bro.
Magenta lime bedazzled.
Magenta lime bedazzled. Maybe you'll get a tie-dye tee. That'd be cool. Tie-dye.
What other names were in mind like before Not Your City? That's the question I have as a.
Oh yeah,
Someone who wears
like,
nice.
when you're afraid of, like establishing a brand.
So
like what
I had a
kind of-
couple things, like a couple of just like concepts. They were never really names. It was just like tee designs, I guess. But there was never really any names to them. They were more just so designs. But when I first started, I think even the website was spelled out San Diego is not your city. Like that was the website. That's why I said I never wanted to make it a brand because I knew the name was just too like absurdly long.
Mhm.
I mean, it said San Diego, so it limited me to San Diego, and I don't know, I just felt like, whatever. So that was the original name, San Diego is not your city.
Mhm.
And then I cut off the San Diego is and just left it like that. But that was the only other like real name I had.
I like it though. It's like what you just said. Like it's very simplistic, but it gets straight to the
It
point.
gets straight to the point, yeah.
You know?
But it's just like, there's some designs that I wouldn't be able to make if I just put out the whole San Diego is not your city.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I feel like I don't know. I just wouldn't feel right about it.
I tripped out. I mean, me not being from San Diego originally, and I came across your shirts. I was like, well, like, it still spoke to me.
What was your original area?
Frio Valley, Calexico.
Oh.
And it was just like, I remember not feeling too local to rock Not Your City.
Mhm.
I didn't feel local enough. And then I started copying. I said, fuck it, I'm just gonna rock it.
See, but that's the thing though. I know Josue now, so I didn't know he wasn't from here. I found out he wasn't from here. But even then, it didn't change my perspective on him because he cares about he lives here now. He's been living here for
7 years.
7 years.
Dang.
He makes
seven
music
years.
here. He's been living here for 7 years. He reps the city hard. And he's more in tune with some local artists that I don't even know about. On the way here, he was playing me stuff, local artists saying he's from San Diego. And I'm like, I've never even heard of him, but this is fire. And he just cares about the community. It's not like if you were born and raised here. Now that you live here now, do you care about the community? Do you care about what's going on outside of just wherever you live at?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And do people know you? People know him. I know that for a fact. So it's just like stuff like that. And I think that's one of the things that I want to try to stray away from the brand is like, I don't want people to just feel like, oh, I'm not from here or I don't understand it. I can't wear it. Like, no, at the end of the day, if you like the design, I mean, that's the whole like purpose behind it. I want it to be streetwear first. You like the design, you cop it. Then you find out we're from San Diego, and then it all kind of makes sense.
That's how that kind of just like really just goes well. With,
Yeah.
like, people's personalities too.
Exactly. Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like, bro, like he's a cool guy.
He's a
So
cool
what's
guy,
up?
right? Because
You get
most
to know
people
him,
aren't
you're
like,
oh,
yo, I'm
shit.
from wherever the hell they're from, Arizona or whatever. Like off the bat, you kind of get to know him, and you're like, okay, cool. He's this type of person, or you know, he came off this way, and then he's like, oh, I'm from Arizona, and then you're like, oh, it all makes sense.
Mhm.
It all makes sense. But I know so and so from here and all this stuff, and you're like, okay, cool. It makes sense.
Mhm.
But yeah, that's I don't know. There's not much to it. I don't want people to feel like they can't wear it. It's for everybody.
Heck yeah. And I feel like it's all reflected on the roots too. Like, you know, how you grew up, like what you said.
Yeah.
Growing
Yeah.
up very community oriented, learning a lot from your pops.
Yeah.
That,
Hell yeah.
that goes hand in hand because like it definitely makes the message more deeper
hmm
than just a typical like streetwear band.
Yeah. Yeah. There's a message behind it, for sure.
But yeah, another question I wanted to ask though too is because the past couple of years, you know, San Diego has been on the movement when it comes to Dago music,
hmm
local streetwears
I
are starting
agree.
to pop up.
Yeah.
So how do you guys what do you guys plan, or how do you guys plan on like keeping your guys' merchandise, your brand, like relevant and like up to like the top
Yeah.
like, the races?
I mean, in not even like on purpose, but just surrounding myself with people that make music and do other things in the city. That's definitely like kept me motivated because there's times where I'm like, well, I don't know. Like I'm just kind of, not that I get bored of it, but I'm like, whatever. Like nobody else is really doing anything that make me want to level up. But now that there's, every day I go on Instagram, there's a new brand from San Diego. Not to
Everything,
disrespect,
right?
that's cool. That's great. I mean, anybody could do it, honestly. But not everybody has the vision to do it. Not everybody wants to stay classic like we do. Not everybody is trying to stray away from the whatever's trending. You know what I'm saying? So I see all that, and yeah, just associating myself with people that I'm a fan of, people that I know aren't just riding the wave, or they just made an Instagram, and then next year that the Instagram's gonna be like you can't load the user
not
or whatever.
everybody's committed, dude.
Not everybody's committed. Yeah, so it's fun to see. What keeps me motivated honestly is the people that I hang around that also do creative stuff, the people that I hang around that don't do creative stuff that get to ask me about it and I get to tell them, and then I'm like, let's not talk about that. Let's just how are you doing? You know what I'm saying? That stuff that keeps me motivated. And then outside of like my close homies and all that family is just peeping what the city's doing. Yeah, peeping what the city's doing, and not trying to level them up, but just competing. I feel like that's something that a lot of people that are new to streetwear or even just new to music in general, anything like any type of creative art, is like they feel like just because anybody can do it and there's no barrier to do it, they lose hunger and there's no competition. Me, I was always like competitive, you know, like I played sports, I wanted to win, and if I didn't win, I knew I was going to get back up and train hard. In this case, if I didn't make the coolest shirt, in my opinion, of the year, I'm going to go back and design something cooler and try to push the culture forward. And that's what it should be like.
Yeah.
When I was a fan of streetwear, I remember there was like streetwear brands that they would like beef. I think the Hundreds had beef with somebody else, and they would put it on a shirt. Like they didn't care because it was competitive, and they're all from LA and they like each other at the end of the day, but like they're trying to level each other up. And now the Hundreds is huge, and the other brand, I don't know who it was, but they're huge too. And it's like, that's what it's all about. So that's what keeps me motivated. Seeing everybody, what they're doing.
That definitely pushes you.
Yeah, for sure.
That's cool.
They should beef again.
Is it beef?
Yeah,
Start beef with
I don't know.
Whoever
Yeah.
the Hundreds
Like
is beefing with,
everyone
it's
is
just
just
they just want a shirt.
Yeah. I remember, I think I read that one of the Hundreds, This Is Not a T-Shirt, that book. That's a great book. If you're getting into streetwear, that's a good book. But he said that they printed like, I don't know, like 10,000 stickers that said, fuck the Hundreds or something like that, as a like reverse promotion or something like this. Something like fuck the Hundreds or the Hundreds is corny or something. They slapped them all around the city, and people were like, well, that's crazy. I never heard of the Hundreds. Like, why are people making stickers calling them out? So then they did research and like, wow, the Hundreds is actually pretty dope. And they built like a crazy ass following just off of that. And I feel like that's what streetwear lacks in San Diego a little bit, and even outside of San Diego. Like, there's no like creative like push with people that don't give a fuck. Like, I don't give a fuck. I'll put something out that says fuck not your city. I'll put a billboard out and people will be like, not your city. Like, well, that's kind of cool. I saw like my homeboy wearing it. That's weird. And then
I think it's tricky nowadays though too, because like I feel like everyone just gets offended off of
yeah,
some
that's the
simple
thing.
stuff.
That's the thing. We're moving into like a weird era where like
them, bro.
You know, like, because back then, everyone used to,
can't-
like, back then you could literally
can't
just
do
go up to someone and
anything.
just be like, hey, fuck you. And they'd be like, fuck you too. And at the
Yeah.
end of the day, y'all respect each other, you know?
Yeah.
And now it's just like, fuck you. It's like, dude,
now
what
it's
is he
like
up against?
soft, man. Yeah, now it's soft. So I don't know. Maybe
Like,
maybe I
man,
shouldn't. Maybe I shouldn't do that. But I feel like that's what's fun about it. That's what keeps me like into it, is just not giving a fuck, not caring about anybody's opinion or what they're gonna think or just stuff like that. I don't know, man.
Exactly.
The game's all backwards right now.
So we're going to be transitioning to some, like, open-ended questions that I
Of course.
wanted to ask y'all personally.
Yeah.
One of them is, you know, everyone sees the outside of your guys' hustle. You know, they already see, like, the brand, what's
Yeah.
already been pushed out.
Uh-huh.
But, like, what has been, like, the hardest part about your vision and the work that you've been trying to put out?
Being patient and understanding that there's, like, when you run a business, any type of business, not just t-shirts or whatever, but when you run a business, like, there's a lot of moving pieces. Even though I'm my only employee or whatever you want to call me, myself, I'm my boss for that thing, for the
Yeah.
brand. There's still a lot of moving parts. Like, I have to rely on a photographer. I have to rely on the shop getting the shirts printed by a certain day. I have to ship them out. I have to get the woven labels sewn on. I have to like I have to get all these moving parts, and I want to drop by this day, and it's like my photographer is like, well, I can't that Saturday, maybe the Saturday after that, and then the label person is like, well, I can't. I'll have them ready in like 6 days, not 3, and it's like there's a lot of moving parts. So that's super frustrating. Being patient and realizing that there's some things that are out of my control right now, just because I don't have like 100% grip on all the resources. So that's a little frustrating. And just being patient with all that, and just that.
Yeah, 'cause, like, I
Honestly,
remember,
that,
like,
and then like the website is a whole different animal. I had to learn a little bit of. I'm not like a computer engineer or anything like that, but I had to learn a little bit of C++, which is coding. like
Oh,
computer
shit, word.
coding for the website just because I couldn't get the pictures on the lookbook to fit on the website, and it was driving me nuts. And I'm like, dude, I had to sit there on YouTube, like watch the thing, you know, type my own code and do all this. Like, man, it's a lot of work. But
Yeah, I remember like from our one-on-one talk, like when we were just chopping it up. Like
Yeah.
you were telling me, like basically you were like a one-man army. Like
yeah, I
one-man
mean that's
team.
what. And
You had to
then
do everything.
I gotta stay up late to do the coding, and then the next morning I gotta go to the post office and drop all the packages. Like
Yeah.
it's just little stuff like
This
that.
dude was
It's not.
folding shirts past 1 a.m.
Man, we were at the shop
We were
last
just
night.
providing moral support.
Yeah, I was in there folding shirts, and honestly, I folded like I don't know, 30 shirts or whatever, 40 shirts.
Yeah, this fool had like three stacks.
Yeah, it was probably more than that, but
It was like Santa's workshop. Like
Yeah,
man, it was just
yeah.
yeah, it's
He
just,
went
it's
hard.
just stuff like that, and that's why I think a lot of people quit because they don't realize that there's a lot more to it than just being like, oh, bro, let's put a Modelo can on a T-shirt, like that'll sell for sure. You know, like nah, bro. I mean, at least for me, because there's people that take the lazy route, and I see that too, and they usually don't last long. But me, I care about the website experience. I care about the email that's sent after you order a T-shirt. I care about how the Instagram, like not the Instagram itself looks, but just I care about the look, how the lookbook looks. Like I care who shoots the pictures. I get DMs all the time about, bro, I'm a photographer, and I could shoot your lookbook, and it's just not the style I want. Like you know, there's a lot of things like that that people overlook, and I feel like that's what makes us us. So if we have 2,000 followers or 200,000 followers, I know that each one of those followers will appreciate the lookbook, they'll appreciate the website, they'll laugh at the little commentary that I have maybe on some of the t-shirts, like in the bio description of the t-shirt on the website. They might laugh at the email, whatever, like because I put time into that and I thought about it, and I'm like, how can I be a little bit different and like make people feel like they bought a t-shirt from me off the street? Like I wouldn't be like, you know how most websites, you go on the website, you order, they give you the same, thanks for shopping with us or whatever. Your t-shirt will arrive in 5 to 7 business days. Okay, cool. You get the shirt, you open it, you wear it, and you're like, there's no experience to this.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. There's just stuff like that. It's just stuff like that
So
I
do you leave?
pay attention to.
Do you leave little notes or like do you leave like a sticker?
If
or
I
something in there?
recognize the name in the order, I try to leave a little note. Or most of the time, if I recognize a name in the order, honestly, I'll throw in another T-shirt.
Okay.
And I'll text that person if I know them personally. If not, I'll try to find them, whatever. I'll email them like, hey, thanks for the order. The T-shirt wasn't by accident. That's an extra T for you because I've been noticing you order every time we drop. Like stuff like that. Just like there's a connection between it, and people are like, oh, that's cool. Like whatever.
Oh, how nice.
Thanks. Yeah. But like if I seen you on the street and Austin came up to me, he's like, bro, you got tees in your backpack? Like, let me get one. I'd be like, oh, bro, like, what's good, Austin? Like, I haven't seen you in a minute, whatever. And I'll sell him a tee, and I'll probably throw one in, an extra one, and just be like, bro, what's good? How you been? You know, thanks for fucking with us, and we'll be on our way. You
That's
know?
what's
like,
up, dude.
And that's how I
Like,
want it to be,
yeah.
because there's that, like, company to customer interaction is completely gone, and even now, more so with COVID, there's, like, you can't walk into places and buy things anymore like you used to, and I feel
That
like
also
that's
has
the
a
whole thing.
positive effect on your customers too.
Yeah, and
You got
customer
people like,
retention.
you know what, I'm gonna shout this thing out.
Customer
Lead man
retention.
puts extra 0.5.
I'd
Yeah.
rather have 2,000 followers and sell 1,000 shirts every time we drop, right? That's like 50% ratio, than have 20,000 followers and sell 3,000 shirts, because the ratios are off. Like you're not delivering to your audience, and the ratios are off. I'd rather have a 50% ratio, whatever you want to, whatever the ratio is, 75, I don't care. But I know that the people that rock with us are going to buy a shirt because they like everything about it, and they follow us because their intention is to buy a shirt. And that's it.
So will you ever do in like the feature how like YG and Ryan Leslie do it? They go directly to their consumers. Like will you like send out a mass text like here? This is
Oh, the text.
like those exclusive drops for
I thought
those,
about doing the
those
text.
day one consumers.
Maybe, yeah. So I have been working on a theme.
Because I know that's one of the big things now that
Yeah,
artists and
so
everyone's doing.
I'm working on this thing. I'm just trying to get it built into the, or not built in, but just made into the website, where if you order a tee, maybe even once, but I was gonna say like twice, or I just recognize the name, in your order you'll get a QR code. Man, I'm not even gonna get into it.
Yeah,
Because it's too
yeah,
much
yeah,
game.
yeah.
It's too much game.
Yeah,
But
yeah, yeah.
basically,
You can tell me off air.
if they get a shirt and I recognize them a couple times, then they'll get access to They'll
Yo,
get-
if I see one of these brands doing
You
that,
thought-
yeah, let's not.
Do not get- that's free game.
QR
You'll get an
codes.
invoice.
I don't even think people use QR codes anymore, right? Wink, wink. Yeah, you guys probably shouldn't use that.
Tacos El Gordo throws one on with the merch.
Damn.
You start throwing tacos at you. So like, as a founder,
Yeah.
any specific shirts, designs that you fuck with personally, like it stood out to you when you made it? You were like,
Um,
yo, I know this one's gonna be like a
All of
hitter.
them. All of them. No. Yeah, all of them in my heart. I know they don't all hit in everybody's heart like how they do in mine.
Yeah.
But there are some tees like the one you're wearing that I just, and that's only one of the colorways. But when I put that together, I remember I think my dad and the homie that actually designed that, it created that font down to the 619s on the sleeves. They were like, yo, like you trying to start a gang war? So, they said something along those lines. I don't
Really? For
remember
real?
exactly. It was like a joke. They said it
Yeah,
laughingly,
yeah.
you know. And I kind of laughed, and I was like, nah, man, that's why I'm not putting like any set names or anything. It's just like cities in the back, and like you can't really trip over a city, especially if it's including not all the cities once again, but most of the cities that where people try to
yeah, people got hot. People got hot for you for that.
El Cajon was
You caught a little flack for that.
El Cajon was just a little upset.
Yeah.
I didn't include them on the list. That's
Granite
my
Hills-
bad. I
Granite
just
Hills
I never really spent time in El Cajon. And shout out to Trey though. I know his studio's in El Cajon.
Big bad Trey.
But I never really spent time in El Cajon, and I know that there was a lot of people
You
like
don't-
me that never spent time in El Cajon. Right?
You don't be on.
Like who? Yeah,
you don't be on
it
Jimmy
sucks.
Johnson Boulevard or what?
We've
Oh,
gone
yeah.
down it a couple times. But yeah, it didn't cross my mind because it wasn't near dear to my heart when I made the search.
Like to us in the valley, El Cajon is already fucking San Diego.
That's San
Alpine's
Diego.
already
I mean,
San Diego.
It
for
is.
us,
It
bro.
is. El Cajon is San Diego. I won't. But it wasn't. It just wasn't.
Sorry.
It didn't fit the design. Maybe I'll add it. Maybe I don't know.
Look, I gotta.
get one
Honestly,
shirt.
Yeah.
I have a shirt that I like from him, which was the cocaina one, all like the beige.
Oh, that one.
Yeah.
I still feel
yeah.
like
That one.
I feel
That one was
like a lot of
bonkers.
our designs are just so timeless and so people don't even like it just goes over the head. And even outside of the people that actually get it, I just feel like I don't know. I try to market it so much that I still feel like there's people that haven't seen that shirt or seen anything like it. And that one, the Pericos one, even like that one that Josue's wearing is
This one caught on to me.
That one. That's
Yeah,
basic.
this one.
like I said, that lookbook, man, that whole day was perfect. That was the first lookbook we ever shot. That lookbook, he's handshaking a paletero man, right? Who was just on his grind that day. It was at least like 85, 90 degrees that day, and he was sweating.
That
He
picture
was
looks hella hot.
on
bro.
his grind, yeah. And
Support local business.
and then like there's
Yes, sir.
people like running up and robbing paletero and
Yeah,
elote
fuck,
mans
yeah.
and like, well, come on, bro.
Yeah, dude.
And-
Stop robbing
and-
elote man.
Yeah, like
Please.
we
give you a
even the
discount if
design
anything.
says we built this fucking country. We as just people of color, of color that are on the grind every day, and that you might run into on a daily basis when you're wearing an Iron City tee. Like it's just some of the designs just go over people's heads, and it's just I don't know. I have a lot of favorite designs. That one, the Cocaina one, the most recent Pericos one,
Yeah,
even
that
the
was
Ben
fucking
Davis
great.
stuff like goes
That
over
one goes
people's heads.
hard.
Like people don't even understand the significance of Ben Davis to like hip hop,
Shoot,
general.
I remember when
West Coast hip
Or
hop,
just people that work like fucking.
or people that are just grinding. Like
Yeah,
once
like
again,
construction,
every day,
Ben Davis.
everyday wear. Yeah, my dad was wearing Ben Davis when he would construction. He was wearing Ben Davis, and at the same time,
See?
you could wear it like in the streets because that was like the look in the
Yo,
early
the
late
versatility.
90s.
somebody
early
somebody
2000s,
told
yeah.
Danny G like, oh, Ben Davis is back. When he
See,
wore
it's
the-
been back. Oh.
Yeah,
Like,
and I was
you
like,
don't even
what?
know.
Yeah, I
People
was
don't
like,
even
what?
know.
Yeah.
It's just
Huh?
it goes over people's heads. Mario's in I think even Price Breakers at one point.
R.I.P.
RIP to Mario's in
R.I.P. to
National
Mario's in
City.
National City,
and
man.
they had Ben Davis all the time. Like they had Ben Davis all the time. And these were places that I went to because I lived in the area and I just
I actually have to go to Mario's before
they have
actually
good
really
they have good
close.
fitteds.
Fresh pair of
Um,
socks.
Yeah, I have to go before.
That's sad that they're
close.
closing because I feel like
You know when they
Mario's
close?
would have been a good place for Niger City to be in. Like if I was ever even in a store, why not Mario's? Like that's the whole vibe behind the brand. That'd be cool.
Exclusively at Mario.
Yeah, I just don't know. I don't know if they would fuck with it. They might be like, not your city.
Alright,
But
I have a question for you. If you had to have one celebrity
one celebrity.
to rock this,
That's a good one.
like that.
who would you do it?
Somebody from,
Dead or alive? Actually, we'll start alive first, and then we'll go dead.
somebody from San Diego.
It don't have to be from San Diego. It could be anywhere.
Nick
No,
Cannon.
I'm just saying. Like I think somebody from San Diego, maybe.
Sorry, Nick.
I don't know about Nick Cannon though.
Mario Lopez.
Definitely not
Nah,
Mario Lopez,
definitely not
man.
Mario Lopez. Come on,
Frankie
now.
J.
Frankie J. Yeah.
Frankie J would be
Shout out
cool.
Frankie J. Shout out Beto.
I know some people don't consider him from San Diego, but I'm definitely gonna get Lil Robin some Not Your City at one point, just because that's like, I was like a year or two of my childhood too. Like that was huge.
Okay. Now we're going super legendary stars, dead or alive. If you had one,
Damn, Easy E probably.
you're sitting right next to me.
I know, that's what I was gonna say. No, that would be cool. Yeah, I don't know. It would probably be like super West Coast hip hop, like just because that's what I like. I don't really care if celebrities wear it or not too much. Depends what celebrity, but
No, it's just
I think Easy would be cool. That would be cool. Just because he's the only person that will never be able to wear it, and I feel like can pull it off. Because I don't know. I can't really say too many like East Coast MCs because it just, I don't know. A lot of our stuff isn't like super East Coast.
Because you know who I was gonna say, like,
Who's that?
since we're on modern raps, I was gonna say like the rapper that I could see rocking this is Davies.
Oh, I can see Dave East for sure.
I see
Okay, I
Davies
overlook him.
in the full.
But Dave East is like half West Coast.
Oh yeah, because he
But nah,
must have been
he makes East Coast raps. I like Dave East a lot. He could definitely pull it off.
just putting that out there, Dave.
Shout out to Dave.
Just putting that out
Yeah,
there,
we're
Dave.
gonna have to send you a package all the way to where's he from? Somewhere in New York. I don't know that area.
Somewhere
that
out
much.
east.
somewhere in the boroughs.
Last question for me would be, where do you see this brand in 5 years? Well, what would you from 5 years from now tell you now? Like any advice?
Yeah. 5 years from now, I see it doing what it's doing, like dropping classic stuff that'll probably go over people's heads for the next 20, 30 years. I don't know, however long people really want to rock with it. But just definitely just bigger. I wanna expand, like I said, out of the region. I'm always gonna touch home. I'm always gonna give San Diego something cool to wear. But yeah, I just wanna expand a little bit. I wanna get like noticed outside of San Diego, and I wanna bring this like San Diego style to different places, because I know a lot of places they might have seen like the mainstream West Coast style or heard the mainstream West Coast music, but they don't know about a lot of people don't know about San Diego. They know about the city, but they don't know like we have people that make music and people that do stuff like this.
They think
you know?
they think it's all palm trees, beaches,
Yeah,
and
so
Sandcastles.
mansions.
I want to bring that to
Ferraris.
people's front porches and wherever the hell they live. And
Nah.
I kind of want to. I don't know, man. I always had a love and hate relationship with being like in physical like brick and mortar stores. There's a lot of like streetwear boutiques, just stores in general is like a dying breed. So I don't really know how I feel about that. I could do everything that I do online that I would do in a store. I just got to get a better grip at interacting more with the customers, because that's like my biggest thing. Even though I kind of already have. Yeah, just a little bit bigger, and still dropping classic stuff. I mean, like I said, I never started it to make money, so I'm not gonna sit here and be like, well, I hope I make like $1 million within the next 5 years. Like, nah,
it's
hell
not about
no.
that for me.
Hell
Yeah.
no. I hope the shirt that you wear when you buy a shirt from us, I hope that's like your $1 million like tee. Like that shit is just to your heart.
Shit, I feel like $1 million.
That's your
on that
fly
one.
tee. I hope you iron it and you're like, oh, we're going out Saturday, Friday night, whatever. Like that's the tee I'm gonna wear with
Yeah.
He wants you.
whatever shoes are hot in 5 years.
He wants you to put Versace and Gucci cologne on.
Yeah.
Put on your Not Your City.
Yeah, yeah. I want to like, throw some gold on it, throw some little
Yeah.
chain on it, and I
That
don't know.
definitely resonates with me because, like, you know what I'm doing with Modern Raps.
Yeah.
This
Hey,
stuff
shout out
basically-
Modern Raps, by the way.
Modern Raps, by the way.
Make some noise for
Shout out
Modern
Modern Raps.
Raps.
They've been
Shout out.
covering. You
God
guys
damn
been
it.
rocking for a couple years, right? You guys been
Yeah.
covering like all the way from San Diego up to what, the Bay, Pasadena,
LA.
LA. You got
Bay
Shout out,
Area.
Matt. Shout out, Matt.
Shout out Matt
Yeah.
Robinson.
Shout out Matt. He's not here,
Matt
but
Robinson.
shout out.
It's all
Austin.
good because I think he didn't want to show up because a bunch of Padre fans are in the building.
Dodger fan.
He's a Dodger fan.
Oh
yeah.
man, I'm glad he's not here. I would have
I'm looking straight in the camera, Matt.
I would have
Yep.
roasted him.
You're looking
No,
at me.
I'm just playing.
All right. Well, my question to you is top five artists,
Top-
your favorite right now, and then top 5 local,
Top 5 artists just all time, and then my favorite right now,
or just top 5 just in general right now,
Top
and
five
then
in general
and
right
then
now.
and then in the city from O side to Sandy Studio.
Okay. Top 5 artists right now that I'm playing.
You don't have to include Josue in there. His feelings won't be hurt.
Oh, he's gonna be on the local 5.
All right,
Both listen.
I just
Man, he just blows up.
I won't say my top 5 like just artists, but the top 5 people I'm listening to right now, because
There
I
you
feel
go.
like I have a rotating, like
Okay.
a carousel. But right now I'm listening to. I just got into Blast. Blast is really dope. I know the ladies like them. Blast is cool. Sheesh. I started listening to a lot of Jay-Z because it was a Reasonable Doubt's 25th, right? 25th anniversary.
Shout out Hov.
So I've been playing that. Yeah, shout out Hov. What else have I been listening to?
That's 2.
That's 2. A lot of Jay Worthy. Jay Worthy's dope. He raps a lot with Larry June. I'll put them as one together because I like Larry June too. I've been listening to a lot of Dog Pound lately because it's summertime. Anytime that the weather gets warm, I'm listening to a lot of West Coast stuff. The Dog Pound, Dom, Larry, Snoop. He's part of the Dog Pound. All the West Coast classics. Who else? That's 3, right? 4, maybe.
I mean, you named like 7 right now.
Okay, then we're good.
Yeah,
Top five, or my favorite 5 right now in the city. Once again, it's whoever's hot at the time. So it's kind of like a carousel. Josue sitting right next to me. He
Border
actually he dropped that Border Boy tape, and then he's got a couple features on 420, which is my number 2.
Shout out 420.
Yeah,
Shout
bro.
out
That,
420.
oh my goodness.
Cuatro, cuatro, cuatro,
I don't know,
cuatro.
Austin, if you've ever listened to 420. He's like a Latin. I wouldn't say Latin. He's like Spanish rap, but he's not like S.A. Chicano rap.
You
It's
forget
like,
it's Spanish.
He's an MC in Spanish, and the
Bars.
flows, bro.
Where?
Crazy,
You
crazy,
think it's
crazy.
in
I'll
English.
send you. I'll
Oh,
send
yeah,
you some.
yeah.
I'll send you some of his stuff.
Currency in Spanish.
Yeah, current. Yeah. So them two.
High praise. That's high praise.
I like Rossi and Ryan Anthony. I'm gonna put them together because that San
Hello.
Diego Girls is fire.
Represent.
Sebi too because both of them don't
Hello.
fucking miss, man. They don't
Hello.
miss. They got summer hits for days,
Shout out the
and
alumni.
they really live what they talk about because I seen them fools
Sebi hella nice.
chilling.
Shout out
Shout
alumni.
out
You know what
Sebi.
the deal is.
Yeah, shout out both of them. Let's see, I said Josue, Cuatro, Rossi, Sebi. That's 4, and then with my
Last
number
one.
5.
No.
Damn. I'm gonna go ahead and say Mitchie Slick because I've been
Hello,
playing a lot of
hey.
Mitchie Slick. I've been playing a lot of Mitchie
Yeah.
Slick.
Hello.
And I just had a
Yeah.
conversation.
There it
I had a conversation with them. Shout out Mitchie Slick.
There you go.
If you ever get a chance to see this, we need to work. I know you saw we've been talking, and let's get it fucking popping, please.
There it
We're
is.
gonna be
Top
wrapping
5.
this up. Is there anything else you guys want to add? Any projects in the works? Anything coming out?
I think the guy to my right has a project coming out. I'm telling you, man. I'm not even just saying this because I'm not even saying this because he has a Not Your City G. Like he's really a dope artist, and I hope a lot of people really like get it, take the time to listen to it. And if you don't, I'm sure your homie's gonna tell you about it. And yeah, just listen to Josue.
He's your rapper's
man.
favorite
Fire.
rapper.
Your
Yes.
favorite rapper's favorite rapper.
Yeah, he's not. He's just man, fire.
He's got green hair on, guys.
And I think he
It's
has a
green for
tape.
a
I
reason.
said all that because
And
I
a
think he has a
taper, damn
tape
it.
coming out. I could be wrong. I don't know.
Oh,
Maybe we said too much.
Yeah, something like that. Not table.
Bro, I'm so sorry. I don't even mean to cut you off. Danny G just dropped a single.
Hello.
Danny G just
Julio
dropped a single.
Friday.
And by the way, I went back in my mind and I checked the list. I said 4, so Danny G is my number 5.
Hello.
He just dropped Free Mind, the single.
Julio Friday. Here we go.
8-Ball Records, the whole thing. That song is super fire, and that song is produced by Trey Castro, who also engineers Josue and produces some of his
Damn,
stuff.
son.
So
Coach Trey.
if you listen to Danny G, if you listen to Trey Castro's beats, if you listen to Josue, you're sitting in the studio session with all 3 of these fools, and they're all just kind of just taking turns, just shooting the shit and really spitting good bars. So
Bars.
all 3 of those motherfuckers, man, I applaud them. They really got it on lock, and I
Definitely shout out Trey Castro.
Yes.
Ask Trey.
Yes. So if you fuck
Ask your
with Trey, Trey also engineers for 420, so you'll be able to
There you
kind
go.
of like, yeah, that's it. That's man, they got a good relationship. That's all I can say.
Yeah, Coach Trey.
Coach Trey.
Coach Trey.
That's my top 5 or 6 or
And
7.
there you go. You have it. That is it, folks.
Hey, but I appreciate you for having us, man. I had a lot of fun.
Definitely.
I had a
That
lot of
concludes
fun.
our interview right now.
Funny.
Thank you, Seabass.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Josue. Thank you,
Yeah.
Matt,
No
for
problem.
pulling up. For the local viewers and our supporters,
Yep.
please tap in on ModernRaps. As you can
Modern
Swipe
Rap.
up, swipe up.
Yep.